Hello everyone, it's Mike Lazar here. Welcome back to the channel where we talk about singing technique, Byzantine music, and music theory in general. Now today, we're going to continue our singing technique series. If you have not seen the previous 3 episodes, make sure to watch them so you can have a better understanding and basis for this video. Now in this video, I'm going to tell you how to open your mouth correctly when you sing. Now first things first, I want to dismantle the biggest myth that I've ever seen throughout the singing technique community. And it is, when you sing, you have to open your mouth like this. Now this technique has been propagated by choir teachers and bad vocal technicians. Why? One, it's so easy to teach to people. Oh, just open your mouth like this. That's not a good idea, and I'll tell you why in just a second. And also, because they want to blend the voices. Why do they want to blend the voices? Because they're in a choir. However, we want to sing as a soloist. We don't want our voices to be blended together. We want our voices to show out. We want our voices to shine brightly. Also, for Byzantine chant, the biggest thing that separates it from regular choirs is the fact that it doesn't blend. Byzantine choirs are characteristically known for not blending together, and that's what makes it sound amazing. Now, the reason why this technique really ruins your voice is, one, you are losing all of the horizontal stretch in your mouth. I lose all of that when I do this. Also, when you're doing that, you limit your range. Why? One, lack of space in your mouth, so you have to put more stress on your vocal cords, diaphragm, neck. It's horrible. And when you're singing high, all of the sound gets stuck in the back of your throat. All of your sound is swallowed up, not just when you're singing high, but when you're singing any note in your range. So you have your voice swallowed up, you lose range, and the worst thing is that you cannot project. Why can't you project? Because your voice is swallowed up when you're singing this technique. Now this technique is not horrible in the sense that it wants you to open up vertically. It is horrible in the sense that it wants you to remove all horizontal opening in your mouth, which ruins your voice, ruins your vocal cords, and ruins your vocal quality. So now that we know what bad vocal technique looks like and what to avoid, let's look at what good vocal technique looks like. First of all, I'm going to show you every vowel. Ma, me, mi, mo, mu. You can see my mouth is not being opened vertically or just horizontally. It's being a mix of both. Ma, you can see it's like a 1-to-1 ratio. Ma, me is going to be like a 3-to-2 ratio. Mi, like a 2-to-1 ratio. Mi, mo, I'm going to say it's another 1-to-1 ratio, but you're just circling your lips together. Mo and mu. Mu. Again, circle your lips a little bit more, but also keep it wide. Don't do mu. It's mu. So, one more time. Ma, me, mi, mo, mu. Now, one thing you have to worry about here is that you want your lips to be a little puckered, a little out. You don't want to do this. Ma, me, mi, mo, mu. No, you want ma, me, mi, mo, mu. This helps with projecting. It also helps it to feel more natural and not as uncomfortable. I've seen people sing like this. Oh, it is horrible. It hurts your vocal range, it hurts your voice, and it sounds bad. So remember, ma, me, mi, mo, mu. Forward, lips puckered a little bit, and projecting a little more. And don't be afraid to open up horizontally. Despite what many bad vocal teachers tell you, opening up horizontally is not a problem. It is what you want to do, so you can get max space in your mouth. Next thing that I always talk about is lifting your palate. Now, lifting your palate is opening this cavity in your mouth. A lot of people say, pretend like yawning. Now do that as big as you can, and that's what the space in your mouth should feel like. So, ma, me, mi, mo, mo. You can see my lips are what is changing the vowel sound, and my mouth is what is creating the space. When you have this big mouth space and your lips are only changing the vowels, you can create as much sound as you can for any vocal or any vowel in your range. So let's review. Ma, me, mi, mo, mu. And you want to keep your mouth open. How can you keep it open? By yawning, pretending to get all that space in your mouth. Remember what that feels like. All that space in your mouth. Remember it. And then use it when you're using the vowel shapes ma, me, mi, mo, mu. So, ma, me, mi, mo, mu. You can see my mouth. I'm not shrinking it like this. I'm keeping it as open as possible. So now that we know the correct way to open our mouths when we sing, now we can apply this and learn some new vocal exercises to help reinforce and strengthen our mouth shape. Now, the first one is the one I taught last episode. Ma, me, mi, mo, mu. Ma, me, mi, mo, mu. Ma, me, mi, mo, mu. And when you're doing this, I highly advise you do this in a mirror so you can see how big your mouth is opening. You don't want it to be like ma, you want it to be ma when you're starting off. Soon, when you're more comfortable with it, it will come as second nature. But you have to do it consciously in a mirror to fully get and grasp the technique. So let's do the exercise one more time. Ma, me, mi, mo, mu. Now this exercise is meant to reinforce the vocal structure that we talked about previously in the video. Now, a vocal exercise that you can do just to work on ma, which in my opinion is the most important vocal opening, because when you have ma correct, you can get all the other things correct, is this. It's an arpeggio that goes back up one note above the scale and comes back down. Here it is. Ma, 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 ma. This one improves your range, improves your runs and your scales, improves your shape in your mouth for ma, and you have to do it in front of a mirror to properly reinforce it. One more time. Ma, 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 ma. Now, as you get better, you don't have to open your mouth as much, lips-wise, but you should keep the same space in your mouth. If there's one thing you should take from this video, is that you always want to have big space in your mouth. I don't care if your ma is not as big and round as possible. What you should know is that you should form the biggest space in your mouth as possible, so you can create a bigger sound, you can resonate a lot more, you can project a lot more, you put less stress on your diaphragm, you put less stress on your vocal cords, and you sound like a better singer. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, I would greatly appreciate if you subscribed and liked the video. Other than that, I'll see you on the next one and have a great day.